Try him now.
Try 'em. Good. Check, check. Okay, there we go. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yep. It's been shot all day. Mm-hmm.
We'll go on. We'll go on at 6:45. Okay, that'll work. Dang, what song you led that for? It's only 9 minutes long.
Good songs.
Still hear us okay?
Might have lost us.
I'll hold your hand.
Welcome to the Legends Sports Network, and thank you for joining us right here on Legends 98.9 and 92.9 tonight. County rivalry is here, and there are a lot of impact players on both sides of the ball. We look forward to this one here tonight in Shamrock as the Shamrock Irish take on the Wheeler Mustangs. I am Camden Doris alongside Dr. Michael King for the Legends Sports Network tonight on Legends 98.9 and Legends 92.9. How you doing, Mike?
Bear with me. If I sound like Marge Simpson tonight, it ain't gonna be pretty. So we'll bear through it.
Appreciate you coming out here week 10. Not feeling the best, but make sure we bring the listeners and the watchers that are at home best coverage that we can get. We're gonna be covering both teams tonight. We're covering the Wheeler Mustangs and the Shamrock Irish tonight. So be sure if you're already tuned in to 92.9 or 98.9, if you want to watch it online, you can watch it on Facebook or YouTube. You can go to the Legends Sports Network Facebook page and find the links to both of those. This is the pregame show brought to you by Camden Doris with Shamrock Legacy Insurance. Be sure to call the main office in Shamrock and ask for your preferred agent, Camden Doris, for any of your insurance coverages. Tonight's game, Mike, fun one here, as both teams qualify themselves for the Texas high school football playoffs tonight. The impact players on both sides of the ball putting up crazy numbers all season as they meet up in this county rivalry tonight. The Mustangs are 8-1 on their season, and the Irish are 2-7 on their season. The Mustang defense continues their dominance on the field as they held Wellington to 0 points last week in their 13-0 win over the Skyrockets, clinching the number 1 seed and the district championship heading into tonight and the playoffs next week against the Electra Tigers. The Irish offense putting up crazy numbers all season long, Mike. Sophomore quarterback Jace Moon, he has 2,000 yards passing on his season through 9 games, and sophomore wide receiver Cross Stanball, 1,000 yards receiving on his season as well. The Irish look to continue to put up big numbers tonight as they prepare for the first round of the playoffs for themselves, starting next week against the Windthorst Trojans. For tonight's matchup, the Mustang and the Irish coming in from District 5 2A, Division 2 out of Region 2 this season, joining same opponents as most seasons with Clarendon, Memphis, Wellington, and Quanah. The Irish are coached by Nate Skelton in his 3rd season with the Irish. The Mustangs are coached by Matt Hoover in his 5th season. Tonight's weather, Mike, perfect night, 63 degrees, winds at 5 miles per hour out of the southwest. So can't complain about anything here tonight. Flags, I don't think it's at 5 miles an hour as a flag at full mast tonight, and it's taking it easy. So really nice. Here, we're going to enjoy it before the cold front hits this weekend.
Yeah, it may sound like I'm dying tonight, but conditions perfect. So, like I said, 2 contrasting styles. One team airs it out, and then you got this deceptive offense with Wheeler, so it should be an entertaining ball game.
Our keys to the game brought to you by Dr. Michael King at High Plains Chiropractic. Make sure you head on in, see him. He'll get you taken care of. Anything that you need, get you taken care of and get you set up with your road to recovery. Keys to the game, the Mustangs have to stay focused as they come off a tremendous win over the Wellington Skyrockets last week, clinching the number 1 seed going into the playoffs next week. They must stay locked in as they have all season to execute their game plan on both sides of the ball. The Irish, they have to utilize their playmakers and quarterback Jace Moon and leading wide receiver Cross Stanball. Prolific numbers put up all season by these 2 sophomores, and the Irish are going to have to continue to lean on them tonight in this one. Coach Hoover's defense continues to impress as they have 5 shutouts this season. They'll have to get behind All-State senior defensive end Jackson Graves. He puts pressure on Moon, and All-State senior defensive back Garrett Ashurst, who has 7 interceptions on his season. The number 1 seed Mustangs are looking to take on Electra as they will be the number 4 seed out of District 6 Region 2. Electra will come in to that one 5-5 on their season. That game will be played next Thursday in Childress. Kick will be at 7 o'clock. The Irish clinch the number 4 seed out of District 5 Region 2, taking on the number 1 seed in the Windthorst Trojans next Thursday in Iowa Park. With those keys to the game, the Shamrock Irish coming in with an enrollment of 100 students and the Mustangs coming in with an enrollment of 106. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Ware Chevrolet, Market Square Supermarket, Shamrock Legacy Insurance, Highlands Pharmacy, Wheeler Vet Clinic, Capital Farm Credit, Marshall Auto, Lee's Refrigeration, The Studio Coffee Shop, Heffley Hardware, Feed and Appliance, Wellington State Bank's Wheeler Branch, The Wheeler Times, H&H Tire, and Cross Country Barn. As we get set, we got about just under 10 minutes about to do the national anthem. So thanks to those sponsors. Thanks for tuning in here on Facebook and YouTube. Thanks for tuning in on 92.9 and 98.9. You've been listening to the Legends Sports Network, and this show's been brought to you by Camden Doris at Shamrock Legacy Insurance. I'm Camden Doris alongside Dr. Michael King for Legends Sports Radio on Legends 98.9. Back to El Paso Field for the opening kick right after this. Welcome to El Paso Field in Shamrock. I'm Cam Nadors here with Dr. Michael King for the Legends Sports Network as the Wheeler Mustangs and the Shamrock Irish get set to take on each other here in the county rivalry in Week 10. And the captains are out. Coin toss is up. Shamrock has won the toss and elected to defer to the second half. The Mustangs will receive. Mustangs in the road whites, black pants, black helmets with gold W. Shamrock, green jerseys, green pants, white numbers, white helmets, green S. Captains for the Irish, Gio Lopez, Josh Whittington, Cutter Carson, Leighton Gilbert. Captains for the Wheeler Mustangs, Israel Andrade, Bryce Heffley, Chris Gallardo, and Jackson Allen. Thanks for tuning in here. If you would like to watch this live stream, you can go onto the Legend Sport Network Facebook page, find the YouTube or Facebook link.
Yeah, Coach, and I just mowed down some hard candy, so maybe that helps. But you're going to have to carry this broadcast for sure.
Dr. King, a little under the weather, but appreciate you coming to sit here in the we're in the elements here in the stands. Nice night tonight, 63 degrees at kick.
Beautiful.
Said that in the pregame show. And look forward to this one as both teams enter their helmets on the run-through.
Yeah, Coach, pretty excited about tonight's broadcast because, I mean, we're going to see two talented sophomores from the Irish, and we were, we were over that hump a week ago against Wellington, and it's just a big deal for the community. So, try not to sound ridiculous here, like I'm crying, but bear with me. But yeah, it's going to be a heck of a contest for Wheeler County tonight.
We'll have a little background noise with the Sorry, I had a little technical difficulty there, Mike. Sorry about that, listeners. The both teams, they're about to take the field as we get ready to kick this one off. Sponsors this season brought to you by Ware Chevrolet in Wheeler. Check Ware's inventory for prices at warechevy.com or come out our way and trade your way at Ware Chevrolet, the home of the Sharp Drill Making Pencil in Wheeler, Texas. You guys got to make it out to the tailgate party there at Ware Chevrolet. Do that every year before this football game. If you miss it this year, be sure to do it next year. Gary and everybody there at Ware Chevrolet, appreciate all they do and their donations to each community here. Do a lot of good work. And they also allow us here, Mike, in our sixth season, they allow us to enjoy this, getting the call here, especially tonight.
No doubt. It's been fun, and, man, it's just it's been an amazing season so far. So, like I said, it's every time we do this, we like to think we get better at it.
Yeah.
Until I come down with laryngitis.
Right. That'll be all right. We'll make it through it.
Hey, power through, man.
Irish line up to kick this one away. Back deep to return for the Mustangs. Garrett Ashurst. It's a high end-over-end kick, toe to leather. Fielded at the 15 by Garrett Ashurst. Going to hit the foot. Going to go to the 40, cut it back into the side to the 46-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle by Jackson Smith, the freshman for the Irish. And the Mustangs will take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line. 31-yard return. Asher
showing his returning ability right there, and just uses his elite speed and puts the Mustangs in great field position.
Mustangs come out in trips to the right. Irish send 4 down linemen set, 3 linebackers. Jackson Graves tight end left. Creed Newkirk in the gun. Chris Gallardo to his right. Newkirk takes a snap, drops back, looks to throw, runs a swing pass out to Gallardo. Caught. But that crosses the 50 to the 45. And making the tackle for the Irish, again, Jackson Smith. It's going to be a 9-yard gain. It's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Run and hurry up.
The Mustangs. Twins to the right, gun left. Newkirk takes a snap to Gallardo off the right side. Going to get the first down plus some. Going to move the chains into Irish territory. Dragging him down is going to be Logan Wilson on the tackle, the junior for the Irish.
Mustangs just coming out of a set offense, just one tempo.
Mustangs in tempo, twins to the right, gun right. Newkirk takes a snap. Gallardo, same play off the left side. Going to go off the left tackle. It's going to be a flag on the play. Looks like an area to hold. Does move the chains. We'll see tackle on the play. It's going to be Michael Reyes for the Irish, and comes from the white hat head official. And they are going to call hold against the Mustangs. Penalty on the play, going against the Mustangs. Hold is the infraction. That'll negate the first down. It'll be 1st and 20 for the Mustangs in Irish territory at the Irish 46-yard line. Ball's placed at the right hash. Mustangs moving from the north to the south, right to left as we watch them here as they come out and twins to the right, open left. Newkirk in the gun, Gallardo to his left, Irish in a 4-man front. Showing pressure, going to keep it for Newkirk off the left side, going to bounce it outside. Going to go to the 30, he's got room, he's going to go in for the Mustang touchdown. As the Irish have the angle, unable to corral Newkirk up. And the Mustangs will score first here with 1:11 here in the first quarter. Irish defense there, Mike, showing a 4-3 look. Yeah, 4 down lineman, 3 linebackers, showing pressure off the right side. They're looking at 1st and long after the penalty. Mustangs come out in a twin set. Could have been a passing set. Wanted to show pressure against Newkirk.
Typically, a penalty like that is a drive killer, and then Mustangs just show what they did last week, and Newkirk just takes it to the house, 46 yards.
Aaron Barone's kick, high end over end, going to go right through the middle of the uprights. And with 1:11 left to play in the first quarter, lead the Mustangs 7, the Shamrock Irish 0. Hello. We'll be back with a Mustang kick right after this. Hello. High end over end kick. Can be fielded at the 5. Go to the 20, cuts it back for the Irish. Tackle on the play for the Mustangs, Sebastian Segala. Return Jackson McMullen on the return for the Irish. Going to bring it 1st and 10 Irish at their own 22-yard line. Ball's placed at the left hash. Irish come out with Jace Moon at the helm. In the pistol, twins to the right and left. Moon facing a 3-man front, man in motion left to right. And the Irish are going to get called for procedure. J.D. Franks was in motion for the Irish.
I guess if we had technical difficulties on the last drive, the Mustangs needed 4 plays, go 54 yards, capped off by Newkirk, 46-yard touchdown run. As the Mustangs lead this thing 7-0, 11:04 in the first.
Thanks for that.
Dying.
Thanks for that Ware Chevrolet score drive. With 11:04, we the Mustangs 7, Irish 0. Jace Moon sends man in motion left to right. Moon hands it off to a pistolback. Flag on the play. The Irish are going to get called for procedure again. In the inside slot, Gio Lopez is going to get called for procedure. And that'll back the Irish up on 2 consecutive procedure penalties. Not what they wanted here in their own territory at the side of the 50 as they move back to their own 12. Ball's placed at the left hash. And Coach Skelton getting his team rallied together as they go in motion. The Mustangs, it seems like from here, can hear a little field action, Mike. Sounds like the Mustangs are yelling shift or motion as Franks is going in motion left to right. Moon in the gun. Facing pressure. Moon drops back, throws. Going to be intended receiver. Jackson Allen on the coverage. Intended receiver for the Irish, Josh Whittington. The senior falls incomplete. Going to bring up 2nd and 20 for the Irish at their own 12.
Good job in the coverage in the flats right there by the Mustangs secondary.
And Coach Skelton and Coach Hayes getting after the Irish as want them to find a little bit of rhythm here. 10:57 left to play in the first quarter. Irish twins to the right. Moon takes a snap, going to hand it off the left side. And the Irish getting a push, but the Mustang defense is going to pursue. It's going to be a loss of 1. Host of Mustangs on the tackle, led by Kyler Hibbler. 3rd and long for the Irish. The Irish break the huddle in tight end right. J.D. Franks tight end right. Jace Moon in the gun. Moon takes a snap, drops back, looks right, throws right. And a little miscommunication on the route. Looking for an out route, cross stand ball. Leading receiver for the Irish. 1,000 yards on the season through 9 games. And stand ball and Moon unable to connect on that one. And that brings up 4th down. The punt team will come on for the Irish. Had a clear open zone there, Mike, for the Irish for stand ball. Jace Moon there, draw back, had time, threw it. Just a little miscommunication on the break.
Just a short cover, too, and then the safety stayed overhead. Tough throw to make right there.
Israel Andrade and Garrett Ashurst back at the 45 to return this. Punt is high, end over end kick. Going to be fielded at the 50 by Garrett Ashurst. Going to pitch it back to Israel Andrade. Crosses a 40. Flag on the play. See what this one's going to be called. Call comes in. Personal foul against the Mustangs. Look, maybe a blindside block.
Right. Like, definitely in the flag in the position of downfield, but Mustangs takes them back into their half the field.
Coach Skelton getting an explanation on exactly what happened. Maybe telling them to watch some things. I would bet that Coach Skelton's talking to the head referee about the Mustang defense, calling out motion or shift, getting his guys some procedure penalties there in their own red zone. And the blindside block penalty will take the Mustangs back to their own 48. Ball's placed at the right hash. Irish in a 4 down front line. 3 linebackers. Mustangs come out and trips to the left gun left. Newkirk takes a snap, boots to his left, wants to throw, throws it across, got Jackson Graves, falls incomplete, had Bryce Hill over the top open, and just a little bit too high for the 6'5" tight end, driving across the backside there, Mike. Falls incomplete, stops the clock here at 10:20 as Mustangs do lead here 7-0.
Yeah, QB1's going to look at the tape, and then he's just going to realize he just missed, Bryce Hill just wide open downfield, but it's just one of those things. He saw his man, he took it. But, he's going to look at that tape and just kind of a little bit of a coaching point.
Twins to the right, open left. Newkirk in the gun. Irish showing pressure. Newkirk takes a snap, hands it off to Gallardo. Gallardo off the left side. Met immediately at the line of scrimmage. Good tackle by Logan Wilson, the junior, for the Irish. Brings up 3rd and 10. No gain on the play as the Mustangs are in the middle of the field here at their own 48-yard line. Good tackle by the outside linebacker there for the Irish. Reading his keys right there in the hole to meet Gallardo. Brings no gain as Mustangs come out in tray formation. Jackson Graves tied in left to the near side. Irish showing pressure. Newkirk boots to his left. Got backside protection. Throws it across the middle over the top to Bryce Hill. It's going to be caught through with the 20. 15-5. Flying through. It's going to be tackled at the 2. Touchdown saving tackle. I'm not sure the Irish, Josh Whittington. And I'm not sure if he's listening to the radio broadcast. He sure as hell can't hear my voice. But I'll tell you what, he just dropped one to his man, Bryce Hill, down for a great pass. Bryce Hill got behind the safety there, Mike, and unable to make a play on it. Attempted to, as the Mustangs come out, twins to the right, handed off to Gallardo. Gallardo's going to run it up the middle. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Great penetration by Kyle Ishii. And that's going to be a loss of 1. Going to bring up 2nd goal from the 3 for the Mustangs. Issue there, the senior, clogged that one up there, Mike, and just nowhere to go after the big pass play from Newkirk to Bryce Hill. Tray formation, twins to the right. Abraham Segala and Garrett Ashurst to the far side. Newkirk takes a snap, going to boot to his right, going to keep it for himself, going to run around the edge, spins through, and going to go in for the Mustang touchdown. Great effort there on the tackle at the goal line by J.D. Franks, kind of slings Newkirk around, and just a game of inches there, Mike. Great stand there by Franks, just unable to get there quite quick enough. And Newkirk goes in for the touchdown. Yeah, able to at least get the ball across the plate for a touchdown. Air Barone's extra point here to follow. Snap back, hold down, kick is up, and that'll be good as it goes right down the middle. And with 8:29 left to play in the first quarter, we have Mustangs 14, the Shamrock Irish 0. We'll be back with the Mustang kick right after this. Welcome back to El Paso Stadium for the Shamrock Legacy Insurance Score Drive. The Mustangs go on a 4-play, 52-yard drive as Creed Newkirk has a 24-yard touchdown pass. Touchdown, 2-yard touchdown, excuse me. Yeah, it's riding their coach. And you have the doctors in the house. Usually have a little trouble riding, but you have to suffer through my voice for the play-by-play there. Kick high, end over end is going to be fielded. And the Irish on the return, great return as it goes from the 5-yard line. Let's see who fielded that, Mike. It's going to be Trent Baggett, sophomore. See where they marked this one. Looks like a 35-yard return. It gets to the 40. They can never figure out where they want to mark it. Here it is at the 40. Decision was made. Decision's made, and the Irish come out in the pistol. Twins to the right and left. Moon in the gun, facing a 3-man front. Moon takes the snap, going to hand it off. RPO, be caught. Enough to move the chains. Cross stand ball on the reception. RPO there by Boone, the run pass option.
Well executed.
Great read there by the sophomore.
Well executed. Found his man stand ball. Those are two guys in the offense that the Mustangs got to be aware of tonight.
That will be enough to move the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 to Irish at the 50. Ball's placed at the left hash. Irish moving from the south to the north, left to right as we watch them here as they come out in the same formation, twins right and left. Man in motion left to right. Every time the Irish have gone in motion, they get called for procedure. Not sure. J.D. Franks is moving left to right out of that twin set. I didn't hear anything on the call from the defense that time. Just the offense looked like they got a little antsy. There'll be a 5-yard penalty, brings up 1st and 15 from the Irish 45. Coach Selton's got his team on a huddle on the sideline. Had some success there on the RPO. I expect to see that again as Jace Moon made a great read. As the Irish come out, trips to the left, to the far side, solo receiver to the near. Moon takes a snap, then hand it off. Going to be tackled from behind by Jackson Graves. Leighton Gilbert, the senior, on the carry. Be a loss of 2. It's going to bring up 2nd and 17 for the Irish.
Yeah, nothing there inside. Tries to bounce it out. Didn't find any grounds. Jackson Graves was there to meet him.
Preston Hampson checks into the game for Nick Ward at nose for the Mustangs. Mustangs lead this one with 6:50 left to play in the first quarter by a score of 14-0 over the Irish. Irish comes out and trips to the right. Gun left. Trips to the near side, solo receiver to the far. Moon takes a snap, drops back, wanting to throw. Face some pressure. Throws this one away. And just nowhere to go. Great downfield coverage by the Mustang secondary. Moon boots, makes a wise decision there on 2nd and long. Doesn't try to force anything there by the sophomore quarterback. Throws it out of bounds, and it brings up 3rd and long.
Yeah, a bit of a different look at the Mustang defense. They're playing a little more zone coverage right there, cover 2. Usually seeing a man coverage, cover 0. Playing a little bit of short cover 2 against this high-flying passing attack from the Irish.
Irish come out and trips to the near side. Moon in the gun. Cross stand ball to his left. For the screen pass, going to be swallowed up immediately. That's going to be Diego Soto on the tackle. Going to bring up 4th and long for the Irish as the swing pass to stand ball just was just read immediately there by the outside linebacker for the Mustang defense.
Yeah, the Irish are really trying to get the ball in their playmaker's hand.
Absolutely.
And he's an important piece. He's the future.
1,000-yard receiver, 2,000-yard quarterback. As a sophomore, you got to get the ball. We mentioned that in the keys to the game. The Irish has to keep it and lean on those two guys for sure. It's a snap back on this punt. It's going to be gets away, and it's going to be out of bounds on the punt for the Irish. I believe that's stand ball on the punt. And they're going to say it went out of bounds at the Mustang 41-yard line. And that's where they'll take over. They're 1st and 10 at their own 41. Ball will be placed at the right hash. 5:44 left to play in the first quarter. We have Mustangs 14, Shamrock Irish 0. Mustang football this season and Irish football this season brought to you by Lee's Refrigeration. Is their dependable choice for year-round comfort in Wheeler County and surrounding area. For heating and air installation, service, or repair, call 806-334-0133. Mustangs come out in wing to the left gun. Newkirk takes the snap, going to hand it off to Gallardo. And we'll see who's on the – doesn't look like Gallardo there on the tackle. Apologize, somebody snuck in there on me. That's going to be Israel Andrade. And a host of Irish going to tackle him there immediately. I think the initial contact's going to come from Raymond Saldivar, the junior for the Irish. And no gain on the play there by Andrade. He's going to bring up 2nd and 10 at the Mustang 41.
Really nice job by the Irish defense right there, shooting the gaps right there from their linebackers. Great tackles.
Irish sticking to the 4-3 look, stunting out of it quite a bit, trying to give the Mustang offensive line a lot of looks. Bringing the outside linebacker here on the by Logan Wilson, coming from the outside pass rush. Newkirk in the gun, takes a snap. Going to go to Andrade. Andrade's going to hit the seam off the left side of the 40. The 20, touch out. To the 15, 10, 5. He's going to go in for the touchdown. No flag. And the sophomore running back Andrade is going to go in for the touchdown. Well, Israel got stopped on the initial run. He didn't want to do that in the second, and he takes it to the house, 41 yards, touchdown Mustangs. Extra point by Aaron Barone to follow. The Irish, expected there, just, traditionally in that look and that down and distance. In that look, they've gone past where Newkirk boots to his right. Mustangs put on a new wrinkle as they pull as this extra point's going to go wide right for Barone. And Mustangs got a new wrinkle there, dialed up by the Irish defensive coordinator. Perfect. That's what I would have called too, just watching the Mustangs all season long. Kind of threw me there for a loop as Newkirk booted off that look all season long on the pass and ran the little flood route. And the Mustangs pulled their backside guard and tackle. Run the GT back to the left, hand it off to Andrade, and Newkirk carries the play fake out to the right. And the Irish stunt off the right side, off the back side. Would have been a perfect play call on the pass set, but they're going to slip right underneath him on the run.
You can run play action off of it. It's almost, it can become a base offense. And like I said, we talked about it, and Mustangs have a different look, almost every game. But another 8 wrinkle for the Wheeler Mustangs as they win. And 41 yards for a touchdown score, needing only 2 plays by Israel Andrade.
And the apologize for the score drive there, Mike, as the extra point's no good there by Aaron Marone as the Mustangs lead here 20-0, 4:44 left to play in the first quarter. Total weather, high end over end kick, be fielded at the 12 to the 20. Fielded by Trent Baggett off the left side, cuts it back. And had a seam with the Mustang special teams. Going to swarm there a little quicker than Baggett anticipated. Great move there by Baggett off the left side. If he could have beat one man to the right, he had a seam down the Mustang sideline. And just had one man to beat, had him wrapped up, and the cavalry came to help him out.
For a second there, you thought he was going to break it loose there for a little bit as he made an initial great move.
Irish come out in gun to the right. Solo receiver left and right. Mustang showing pressure off the left side. Moon looks right, throws left. Be high and intercepted. Skying for the football is going to be Jackson Allen. And Moon, intended receiver, I believe that was Snamble off the left side, just went over, skied for the football, extended his arms as high as he could, and Jackson Allen did as well as he skied for the football. And that's just Moon's intended pass just a little too high.
Little lapse in communication between the quarterback and receiver, but and Allen has his 3rd pick in 3 weeks.
Mustangs looking to add to the lead as they come out in tray formation to the right. No back, actually. Quads to the right. Jackson Graves tied in right. Newkirk takes a snap, rolls to his left. Going to be batted down and caught by Newkirk himself. Batted down by J.D. Franks as the Mustangs trying to run a little curl route, intended receiver to Bryce Hill. J.D. Franks skies for the football, knocks that one down, and it goes right back to Newkirk. Fields it. Typically, as an old quarterback coach there, Mike, we tell our quarterbacks just to bat that one down. Just take your losses, bat that one down, and maybe 1 and 2, but anyhow, it's always kind of cool. Loses 2 is going to bring up 2nd 12.
And that's one of the things he hasn't done yet this season is complete a pass to himself, but he got the job done there.
Mustangs come out gun right. Newkirk takes a snap. Going to run a reverse to Garrett Ashurst. Ashurst off the right side to the 20. Going to be slung down by Josh Whittington, the senior. Snuffed that one out, but that's going to be a 13-yard gain, as that's going to move the chains for the Mustangs. Whittington, touchdown saving tackle as Ashurst went around as the Mustangs on that reverse. They go off the left side, and Garrett Ashurst comes back underneath off the right side.
Is that mesh motion, and like I said, it can create a lot of confusion on handoffs, and that in particular.
Mustangs showing a lot of window dressings, so false keys, things like that to the Irish defense. Irish showing a lot of stunts from off the front and their linebacker set, showing each other a lot of looks here as they get ready for the playoffs. Twins to the left, gun left. Newkirk takes a snap, going to boot to his left, looking to throw. He sets his feet, throws it across. It's going to be in and out of the hands of intended receiver Jackson Graves. Had him on the drag. Good thing he is a big body, because I'll tell you what, Josh Whittington was right there in the cover 2 look and ready there to hit the big tight end coming across the middle.
Yeah, great coverage downfield by the Irish. I mean, that's a hard pass to complete and hard pass to catch. Irish did a great job, coverage downfield, linebacker spread out.
Ball's going to be at the Irish 19-yard line. Ball's placed at the right hash. 2:48 left to play in the first quarter. Twins to the right, gun right. Newkirk takes the snap, going to boot to his right, keeps it for himself. Gets behind blockers. Zigging and zagging. Going to go down to about the 4-yard line. And they'll say he's officially down at the 5, and that'll move the chains. That'll be 1st and goal Mustangs at the Irish 5-yard line. And that's where they'll officially mark it. Ball's placed at the right hash. Mustangs break the huddle. Trade formation. Jackson Graves tight end left. Garrett Ashurst and Abraham Segala to the left. Gallardo takes to the left, and Newkirk going to boot it out and then pass it to Jackson Graves. Jackson Graves catches it on the out route, and he's going to go into the end zone. Trying to hold him out, trying to hold the big body defensive end out. It's caught standball. Great job there by the Irish corner. Held him up for a second, but Graves a little too strong and had the momentum.
That's the old Gronk route right there. The old Gronkowski route for Brady rolling out. And that was, finds his man, Jackson Graves, for a touchdown.
So the Jackson Allen interception leads to a touchdown. Aaron Barone, snap back, hold down. Going to go wide again. Aaron Barone typically 100% on extra points, misses 2 in a row. And with 2:09 left to play in the first quarter, the Mustangs 26, the Irish 0. We'll be back with the Mustang kick right after this. Welcome back to El Paso Field as the Wheeler Mustangs extend their lead here over the Shamrock Irish. And with the Market Square Supermarket score drive, Dr. King.
Let's see if I can get through this, Coach. 4 plays, 70 yards. Mustangs march downfield. Capped off by Newkirk to Jackson Graves' touchdown pass from 3 yards out as the Mustangs lead this thing 26-0. 2:09 left in the first.
Set to kick this one away for the Mustangs. Jesus Loera points left and right, kicks it high, end over end kick. Same spot's going to be fair caught at the 10. And cross standball, waves his arm high, and the Irish will take over after the fair catch at the 25. .209 left to play in the first quarter. Wheeler Mustangs 26, Shamrock Irish 0. as the Irish look to get something going here offensively behind 2,000-yard passer Jace Moon and 1,000-yard receiver Cross Stanbaugh. As that RPO was good to him early.
Right.
See if they come back to it here as they come out and trips to the near side pistol. Same look that the Irish had here in the RPO look. Moon in the gun. Takes a snap. Going to RPO it off the left side. It's going to be caught, but big hit by Jackson Allen. It's going to be caught by Josh Whittington. Took a minute to see who was there on that far side there. Good RPO.
Hats off to Whittington right there. He knew he was going to take a hit right there, but he was able to haul it in.
6-yard gain there for the Irish. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Irish 31-yard line. Ball's placed at the left hash. Irish moving from the left to the right as they come out in tight end to the right with J.D. Franks. Gun right. Moon facing a 5-man front and pressure. Drops back. Looks left. Wants a throw. Does. Throws. It's going to be in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, and that's going to be Cross Stanbaugh. Had to change. Came back on the comeback route there.
Mm-hmm.
Drove this man downfield. Came back. Good route there by Stanbaugh. Falls incomplete. Unable to haul it in. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for the Irish at their own 31. Mustangs brought a lot of pressure that time. Usually in a 3-man front. Nick Ward in at the nose. Jackson Graves defensive end left. Bryce Heffley defensive end right. Moon takes a snap. Going to hand it off. Going to be hot down from behind by Jackson Graves. Just really nowhere to go there on the carry there for the Irish. And comes up with Leighton Gilbert, as I was checking on Gilbert there as he came kind of hobbled up, able to come off the field under his own power, but hope Gilbert's all right there as he kind of got tackled from behind on the backside. Good cutting tackle, just kind of got rolled up on a little bit and took him a minute to get up, but I think he'll be all right. He gets a shake off here in a second, catches his wind. As he's still standing up, he'll be back in here soon. Irish going to punt this one away. Snap back, under pressure. High end-over-end kick. It's going to be fielded by Garrett Ashurst. Keeps it this time at the 40, the 45, 50. 45, and kept it back inside. Looking to return it. High stepping. Still on his feet, and he ran out of bounds at the Irish 20. And pushed out of bounds by Gio Lopez for the Irish. 12 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Thought there might be a flag on the play. I'm not sure if there is or not. I don't think so. Maybe. And they're going to call a hold against the Mustangs. And that return, it's here on this this near side official.
Yeah,
now the Amarillo chapter.
40-yard kick return, punt return.
The hold there, not really sure who committed the hold there for the Mustang special teams, but it was caught here on the return. Must have been right there right before he broke it.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be negated, and the Mustangs will take over at the 50-yard line. Ball's placed at the left hash. 12 seconds left to play here in the first as they lead here 26-0 over the Irish. Mustang and Irish football this season. Brought to you by the Wheeler Vet Clinic at 1309 West Oklahoma in Wheeler. Offers professional care for your livestock and pet needs. For appointments, call Doctors Ben Ed and Leanne Hillhouse at 806-826-5821. Trips to the left. Andrade is going to run a fast screen to Newkirk. Newkirk keeps it for himself, throws it up. High, it's going to be to Garrett Ashurst, intended receiver, as they make a last-ditch effort trick play. Here, a little razzle-dazzle.
A little
Israel Andrade and the quarterback throws it to quarterback Newkirk as they ran a little fast screen double pass. Intended receiver Garrett Ashurst. Well covered by the Irish secondary as Ashurst slipped out of there. Was lined up there. They had overloaded to the right on the right side of the ball. Ashurst was tied in left. Ball's incomplete. Mustangs come out in tray formation to the left, gun left. Facing a 5-man front. Irish showing pressure second and long. Newkirk hands it off to Andrade. Andrade off the right side. Buzzer goes off in the first quarter. It's a foot race. Gets a good drive by Jackson Graves, and he's going to go in for the touchdown. Jackson Graves gets out front. And excuse me, that wasn't Jackson Graves. That was Bryce Hill on the lead block. I apologize to Bryce. That was a whale of a block. And Andrade is going to go in for the touchdown at the buzzer.
With Andrade, that would
extend the Mustangs' lead.
Another 50-yard run. Caps off a 41-yard run for a touchdown earlier this quarter.
Jesus Herrera is going to get his attempt to his chance to kick an extra point here in this ball game, as time has expired in the first quarter. Snap back, hold down, kick is up, and he's going to punch that right down the middle. Jesus Herrera getting his first extra point attempt in a varsity uniform, and he punches it through. And at the end of the first quarter, the Wheeler Mustangs 33, the Shamrock Irish 0. We're back with second quarter action right after this. Welcome back to El Paso Stadium as the Mustangs extend their lead here as Highlands Pharmacy score drive, Dr. King.
Mustangs need 2 plays, get 50 yards, capped off by Israel Andrade, 50-yard run for a touchdown as the Mustangs lead this thing 33-0, just start of the second quarter.
Mustangs showing a lot of different wrinkles. The Irish showing a lot of different fronts there. Had a 3-man front, 4-man front, 5-man front. They're showing pressure, shooting the gaps with the linebackers, and the Mustangs just have an answer there to the stunt, picking up the stunts. And Andrade had one man to beat at the safety. Just got to the third level really quickly, and was able to beat the 1-on-1. Great effort there by the Irish safety, but Andrade goes in for the touchdown. And we'll flip into the Irish, go to the north end, as Jesus Herrera is going to kick this one deep. Jesus going to high end over end kick. Can be fielded by Cross Stanball at the 10. Goes to the 15 to the 20, cuts it back. Still on his feet, spinning through. Really athletic, hard hit by Garrett Ashurst on Stanball. And Stanball's going to get to the 25. Good return there by the sophomore.
Yeah, showed us some balance right there, and was able to shake a number of tackles. And like I said, Asher tries to get down there and tries to make a stop to it. But it just shows the young man's turning ability and playmaking ability in Cross Stanball.
15 overturn there by Cross as the Irish come over in a solo receivers wide left to right in the gun. Moon takes a snap, going to run RPO out to the right. It's going to be look like Jackson Allen's making a break on it. Jumps over the intended receiver of Josh Whittington and just bats that one down. Falls incomplete. Stops the clock at 11:45. And Moon he read that RPO great and laid it out there just a little bit. Tried to get over the tall defensive end there in Abraham Sagala. Had to get it up high as Sagala stands at 6'3", and had his arms just fully extended, and just had to lay it up there to make a play, give his receiver a chance to make a play on it. Just falls incomplete there after Jackson Allen bats that one down. The Irish come out and solo receivers left and right. Gun left. Moon takes a snap, going to hand it off the pitch reverse. And that's going to be Preston Hampton on the tackle. Garrett Ashurst Going to be a gain of 5. On the reverse was Michael Reyes, the junior for the Irish. Going to bring up 3rd and 6. That's a 4-yard gain there off the reverse.
Yeah,
and Preston Hampton there sniffing that one out from the nose.
Yeah, and Preston Hampton, I mean, really stepped in this year as a freshman, and like you talked to it on the pregame show, Coach, and I'm sorry, the coach's show, on how much Coach Hoover's been really impressed with Preston Hampton this year, stepping up.
Absolutely, just physicality is just really strong, big body there. As the Irish come out and twins to the right, open left. Moon takes a snap, drops back, throws. It's caught, and that's going to be enough to move the chains. Good little hot route there on the stop. Going to be J.D. Franks on the reception. That moves the chains for the Irish. As they get a first down, it's going to move them all the way to their own 38-yard line. Ball to be placed at the right hash. 10:30 and counting here in this first quarter. In the first half. As the Irish trail the Wheeler Mustangs 33-0.
Yeah, Moon made a great decision right there. Able to really dissect things downfield and go through progressions and able to move the sticks right there for a pass.
Solo receivers left and right. Moon in the gun. Takes a snap, drops back. Wants to throw, throws right high. It's going to be caught by Stanball on the comeback. And they'll see with a reception. So he stepped out of bounds as he crosses the 40 to the 42-yard line. Yeah, 3-yard gain officially. Going to bring up 2nd and 7.
Was able to really help out his quarterback right there. Was cross Stanball, work back to the football, and pretty impressive to see this from just such a young sophomore class.
Irish break the huddle. No back. Moon sends a man in motion right to left. Going to run the jet sweep. Going to be Gio Lopez on the carry. Cuts back up. Going to be positive play. Brought down by Jackson Graves. Going to bring up 3rd and 2 for the Irish. As they get to the 46-yard line. Ball's placed at the middle of the field. 9:46 left to play in the half.
Jackson Graves working off the opposite edge, able to basically stop them there, forcing a 3rd down. Otherwise, the runner advances easily and picks up the 1st down.
Irish come out in the tray formation, tight end right, twins to the far side. Gun left, Mustangs in a 3-man front showing pressure. Moon takes a snap, drops back, throws quick, hot route's going to be caught by Franks. That'll be enough to move the chains. As Franks pushes his man upfield, sets it down. Going to get to the Mustang 48-yard line.
It's almost like a security blanket right there as Franks able to work in the middle side of the field. You can look towards your man and Stanball, but you can always have a check down, and Franks is that man able to advance the sticks for 1st down.
That's a tough formation to cover for any defense.
Absolutely.
You get the tray formation, tight end in tight, 2 solo receivers up top. It's hard. Puts the defense in a bind as they do the same formation to the left. Gun right. Moon takes a snap, drops back, looks left, throws left. Can be same caught by Franks as he's met hard. Can be Abraham Segala, Israel Andrade, Garrett Ashurst, and Jackson Allen, but that's going to be a 5-yard gain.
And if it's there, keep taking it. I mean, that's the security blanket that inside receiver / tight end provides.
Franks took a shot. Great job of holding on the football. That was a 7-yard gain officially on the books as it gets down to the Mustang 42-yard line. Ball's placed just inside the left hash. The Irish moving from the right to the left, and they're going to keep with what's working as they move flip formation to the right. Franks tight end right. Moon and gun left. 9 seconds. Little confusion as Moon's trying to get the offensive set, and then the Irish are going to get called for procedure. Not really sure what's going on. Moon didn't like it, though. He's hauling over to Coach Skelton. Needed a man on the left.
I think Coach Skelton was really trying to call in a timeout to save the clock, but It wasn't to get to. I will use that timeout.
I think he thought he might have had the play set as he had everybody in spot. Just some miscommunication between coach and quarterback as they come out in the same formation here, gun left. After the penalty brings up 2nd, 9. Moon looks left, throws left, can be caught. And Jackson Allen on the tackle for the Mustangs. On the reception can be Josh Whittington. And that's going to be a 6-yard gain. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for the Irish at the 42. Irish had some positive plays. Penalties, kind of biting them a little bit. First quarter was procedure, and same thing there, procedure. Just a little pre-snap penalties there for the Irish.
Yeah, and they're kind of working their way downfield, like picking up little pieces out of the zone that the Mustangs are running right now. And, they're trying to force the ball downfield on a base zone defense. Is difficult to do, but they're able to find a little pads in the defense and work their way downfield on this drive.
Moon gets the Mustangs on the hard count as Jackson Graves blows through the line, and he'll get called for offsides. And that'll move the chains for the Irish on the hard count. Mustangs penalties have come in the form of 2 holds on the special teams, and then that one there on the defense. On the defense, got Jackson Graves explode off the line, just got him to jump.
Yeah, and like I said, that we don't see that many from Jackson Graves as quick as he gets off the edge, and maybe one of the first or 2 of this season.
Moon in the gun, and the Irish going to get called for a procedure again. Left tackle Kyle Ishii didn't like his stance and kind of fell out of it off the left tackle, and he's going to get called for a procedure, and that'll move the Irish back as they had a little momentum, got getting some things moving in their way, had some completed passes there, especially to J.D. Franks from the tight end set. They're going to keep the formation, twins to the right. Moon in the gun. Moon drops back in the pocket, looks left, got time, throws, be high, intended receiver. Can be Josh Whittington, falls incomplete. Just a little too high as Whittington skied for the football as they're facing 2nd and long. I like the play call. Had his man, just unable to connect, falls incomplete. 6:02 left to play here in the first half. Mustangs 33, Irish 0. Irish, sorry, Mike. The Irish did win the toss, deferred to the second half. Mustangs took the football. And so the Irish will receive the second half kick. What are we going to say?
And just observing the Irish offense, man, so far it's just the receivers run really good routes, really crisp routes, and able to get a little bit of separation.
Twins to the right, gun left. Moon takes a snap, drops back in the pocket, got pressure, throws, swing pass can be hit hard. Can be completed to Gio Lopez. Abraham Segala on the tackle. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 15 from the Mustang 41-yard line.
Yeah, it's Segala, like just a heck of an athlete playing end. He drops back in coverage. You might as well call him a member of the secondary. Covers a lot of ground.
Jackson Graves, Preston Hampton, and Kyler Hibbler in on the defensive line for the Mustangs. Cross Stanbaugh checks back into the game as he comes out and twins to the left. Open right. J.D. Franks tight end right. Moon in the gun. Takes a snap. Drops back in the pocket. It's got time. Wants to throw deep. And that's going to be batted down. Skying for the football is Israel Andrade. Jackson Allen around. Intended receiver is going to be Josh Whittington. Falls incomplete after Israel Andrade skied for the football. Good pass there by Moon. Had plenty of time to throw it after the 3-man rush as Jackson Graves double and triple teamed off the far side, and Moon rolls away from pressure, sets his feet, throws it deep, and Andrade back there to knock it down. So that brings up 4th and 13 for the Irish, 15, excuse me, and they'll have to punt this one away. Stanbaugh back to punt this one away for the Irish. Back deep to return is Andrade and Ashurst. And Stanbaugh is going to kind of push this one. It's going to take an Irish bounce. Not giving them any attempt to return that one. Good pooch there by Stanbaugh. It's going to give the Mustangs 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Yeah,
ultimately place at the right hash.
Keep it low, non-returnable inside the 20. That's good head play by the sophomores. Yeah, absolutely.
Mustangs take over their 1st and 10, the right hash. 4:58 left to play in the first half. Irish do receive the second half kick. Mustangs 33, Irish 0. Mustang and Irish football this season brought to you by Highlands Pharmacy. Always a doctor of pharmacy on duty to answer your questions. Highlands Pharmacies are located at 108 West Oklahoma in Wheeler and in Market Square in Shamrock. Irish in a 3-man front. Michael Reyes in at the nose. Newkirk takes a snap, going to hand it off. Going to go up the middle. Chris Gallardo still on his feet, spinning through traffic. And going to be about a 9-yard gain. On the tackle is going to be Logan Wilson for the Irish. Going to bring up 2nd and 1. Mustangs lining up, ready to snap it again. Newkirk takes a snap, rolls to his left. Rolling away from pressure, throws it. It's going to be caught. Garrett Asher is going to cross the 40 to the 50. It's a foot race. Cuts it back across. Still on his feet. Going to go to the 10, 5. Hop down from behind. Touchdown. Josh Whittington, great extra effort as Newkirk rolls out, finds Ashurst. Ashurst catches it on the sideline, sticks a foot in the ground, cuts it back to the inside of the field, and it's just a foot race after that. Whittington, great effort trying to make the tackle, runs all the way down to the goal line, makes a tackle, but slings Ashurst in for 6.
And there's your playmaking slot receiver, and Garrett Ashurst able to turn back to the ball, advances and crosses the field, and then uses his speed to advance for a touchdown. 75 yards, Newkirk to Ashurst.
And Ashurst will hold this one for Jesus Loera on the extra point. 4:19 left to play in the half. Snap back, hold down. Kick is up, and that one's going to go wide left as Loera. Mustangs missing 3 extra points so far tonight with 2 extra point kickers. And with 4:19 left to play in the half, Mustangs 39, Irish 0. We'll be back with the Mustang kick right after this. Welcome back to El Paso Field, and with the Highlands Pharmacy score drive, Dr. King.
Mustangs need 3 plays, and they drive 84 yards, capped off by Newkirk to Garrett Asher's 75-yard touchdown pass. Mustangs lead this thing 35-0, 4:19 left in the first half.
And Jesus Herrera going to kick this one away for the Mustangs. Back deep to return, cross stand ball, toes on the 12-yard line. Also Trent Baggett back to return for the Irish. Herrera points left and right. Toe to leather, high end over and kick's going to be fielded by Baggett at the 14-yard line. Going to return it back to the right, cuts it back up in the middle, lowers a shoulder. He's going to be met by a host of Mustangs, gets it all the way to the 22-yard line. Daniel Hernandez in on the tackle, and Sebastian Segala for the Mustangs. Also in the tackle. See who that was there, Mike. Got a new roster here a little bit. I studied it up. Play both teams before, and I think some 2 guys switched jerseys on me because I know who they are. They're not wearing the correct numbers, so that's on them. So if they don't get their name said on the radio, I guess.
That's tough.
Twins, that's real tough. Twins to the left, gun right. Moon takes a snap, drops back in the pocket, looking down the middle. once the throw's got pressure, throws that one down, and had Jackson Graves going to have either roughing the passer or intentional grounding. We'll see.
Either play, I don't see it worthy of a flag. I think he had a receiver.
I know he did have J.D. Franks there, and they're going to talk it out. We'll see. I know they're going to call something here. They're going to call intentional grounding.
I think in either scenario.
That's a curious call. He wasn't outside the tackle box, threw it down. Maybe they didn't. I'm not sure, but he did have J.D. Franks in the area, but they don't wave it off. Doesn't get talked out of it. Falls incomplete. Intentional grounding. Lost it down. Can bring up 2nd and 15 after the penalty. .355 left to play in the first half. Moon in the pistol. Takes a snap. Going to run quick toss out to the left side. It's got Abraham Segala. And Jackson Graves slings down the ball carrier, Gio Lopez. Just nowhere to go for Lopez as the Mustang defense just had it walled off. Lopez tried to make something out of the play and just met 2 defensive ends there in the Mustang defense, Jackson Graves, in on the tackle. And that's going to take him down to 3rd and 18 at their own 19-yard line.
Try to make his own play, and try to advance upfield. And then Jackson Graves covers a lot of ground, as we know, pretty well throughout the season, and was able to get a hand on him and then drug him down. Set up second down. Oh, actually 3rd down, Coach. Here we go.
3rd long for the Irish.
Yep.
Twins to the right. Pistol. Moon takes a snap. Going to hand it off. Going to go off the right side to Lopez. Still on his feet. Spins back inside. And Nick Ward there to clean up the tackle as Jackson Graves had him wrapped up. Gio Lopez makes up a little ground. Gives the Irish punt team a little room as they're going to have to punt this one away as they get to the 23-yard line. Ball's going to be placed at the right hash. 2:24 and counting here in the first half. Mustangs lead 39-0 over the Shamrock Irish. Mustang and Irish football this season brought to you by Capital Farm Credit. Capital Farm Credit is cooperatively owned by the same farmers, ranchers, agribusiness, and rural homeowners that serve in Wheeler, Gray, Roberts, and Collingsworth counties. Appreciate all our sponsors for Mustang and Irish football this season, bringing you live coverage each and every week here on the Radio Legends 92.9 and 98.9. Also live streaming this year on YouTube and Facebook. Thanks to Gary Ware and everyone at Legends for making that possible. And, it's been fun for us here covering Mustang football this season, getting to bring that feature every week. And the Irish also covering tonight. If you're getting to watch that at home, appreciate you tuning in. So it's been a fun time here as the 2-minute timeout comes up on us here in the second quarter. And both teams here getting ready for playoff action. Just showing some different wrinkles from both sides of the football.
Right, and, different seeding. And there was a playoff scenario that if Quanah scores, was it?
The scenario there, if Clarendon beats Quanah by 11, that would, unfortunately knock the Irish out. I don't see that happening as the Irish, beat the Broncos. And so I don't see that happening, but
like the adage goes, you shouldn't bet anyways, but don't bet on it.
Right. And some scores from around the area. I don't know if this is a correct score, but Clarendon is 24-8 over the Quanah Indians with 8:36 left to play in the first half. Wellington's 42-0 over Memphis at halftime as well. I'm not sure that score could be flipped there, Mike, but this punt's going to be fielded by Garrett Asher. He's going to pitch it over to Israel Andrade. Points, cuts it back up inside. Going to get a special team touchdown to the 5-3 touchdown as was a little razzle-dazzle by the Mustang special teams. Garrett Ashurst ran out of real estate, pitches it back to Andrade. Andrade takes it to the house for what appears to be a 53-yard punt return.
No. Yay.
I'll cover you here. Voices going in and out.
It's shot, but one of those cases to where you wonder if Coach Hoover's all about it. Probably not. But makes a razzle-dazzle play. Israel Andrade, 50-yard punt return for a touchdown on pretty much a standout first half for the young man.
2 touchdowns for Andrade here in the first half. Snap back, hold down. Kick is up. Jesus Herrera punches it through. And with 1:42 left to play in the first half, Wheeler Mustangs 46, Shamrock Irish 0. We'll be back with the Mustang kick right after this. Welcome back to El Paso Field as the Wheeler Mustangs extend their lead over the Shamrock Irish here tonight with 1:42 left to play in the first half. Wheeler Mustangs 46, Shamrock Irish 0. And with a one-play 53-yard punt return, Israel Andrade scores. Extra point by Jesus Herrera is good as Herrera points left and right, toe to leather, high end-over-end kick. Will be fair caught at the 10 by Trent Baggett. And the Irish will take over at their own 25-yard line here with Jace Moon at the helm for the Irish. 2,000-yard passer there for the sophomore on the season through 9 games. Cross stand ball, 1,000-yard receiver for the Irish. Talking about leaning on those guys heavy tonight. Putting J.D. Franks in a lot of the pass attempts tonight. And he's been there, made some good receptions, moved the chains for the Irish.
Just a young nucleus for the Irish. I mean, a lot of things to build upon with this program.
Irish come out in the pistol. Leighton Gilbert behind Moon in the gun. Mustangs in a 4-man front showing pressure. Moon takes a snap, going to hand it off. RPO fake. And it's going to be Leighton Gilbert on the carry. Going to be a loss of 1. Preston Hampton in around the tackle. Jackson Graves and Diego Soto. I'm going to say officially no gain on the play. He's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Irish at their own 25-yard line. Ball's at the right hash. Time's ticking. The Irish do receive the second half kick. Mustang and Irish football this season brought to you by the Studio Coffee Shop. Also Heffley Hardware, Feed and Appliance. Wellington State Bank's Wheeler Branch. McDonald's. The Wheeler Times, H&H Tire, and Cross Country Barn. Moon takes a snap. Going to hand it off. RPO faked again on the carry for the Irish. Going to be Gio Lopez. Going to gain a couple. As Juan Carlos Del Rio in on the tackle for the Mustangs. Going to be a gain of 1, brings up 3rd and 9, 27 seconds. And
we got to be careful with that, RPO fake. You can fake with the opposite hand, tuck it down, and look for a man downfield. Look for that at some point from the Shamrock Irish.
And I believe the Irish are probably going to take this one to half. They do receive the second half kick. There's a 1 second difference between the game clock and the play clock. Game clock in favor, and they will take it to half. And at the end of the first half, the Wheeler Mustangs 46, the Shamrock Irish 0. We talked about a lot of highlighted players. We talked about in the pregame show. Jace Moon doing a great job as a sophomore. Facing a lot of pressure. A lot of guys, coming at him right there. Doing a great job keeping his eyes downfield, not getting rattled there in the box and in the pocket. Excuse me. As Mustangs, have 6 men in the box and showing a lot of different looks to the offensive line for the Irish.
And does a great job about breaking down a defense, able to identify on the third drive about picking apart the defense in the zone, finding the gaps, and then you don't really see that from a sophomore. Well in advance, and he has the talent, and like I said, Wheeler Mustangs just playing their brand of football. You get downfield, great defense, and then big plays.
For the Irish receivers, Josh Whittington getting in there, getting in some of the action. Also, Trent Baggett getting in there a little bit, cross stand ball, and then J.D. Franks just putting up a lot of receptions there for the Irish, moving the chains. Jace Moon, like we said, doing a great job. Mustangs offense, Israel Andrade, 2 touchdowns in the first half. Garrett Ashurst, I believe you have 1 or 2 there, Mike, but had some receptions there, long returns.
Yeah, Ashurst had a long punt return that was called back, but had that 75-yard touchdown pass that he cut across the field for 6 right there. And then so far, Israel Andrade, 3 touchdowns on the evening, 41, 50, and 53 on a punt return.
Putting up some return or some yards there for Andrade. Newkirk doing a great job at the helm for the Mustangs. Great job under pressure, rolling out, setting his feet, making good plays downfield. Bryce Hill making some good plays over the top as well.
Interesting look, too, was the old Gronk pass from Jackson Graves.
Jackson Graves out of the tight end.
You roll out and you find him in the flat. I mean, a lot of coaches would call that easy money. But
Jackson Allen and Abraham Segala, Preston Hampton playing physical on the defensive side of the ball. So lots of good things for both teams going into the playoffs. The Mustangs taking the number 1 seed, the Irish taking the number 4 seed as the Mustangs lead here 46-0 at the end of the first half. The Irish do receive the second half kick. Thanks for tuning in here on Legends 92.9 and 98.9. I'm Cam Nadors here with Dr. Michael King as we're covering both teams here tonight. So thanks for tuning in. If you like to watch, make sure you tune into and check the Legends Facebook page as they have a direct link for this game here tonight. So about 18 minutes until the second half here at halftime. And thanks for tuning in here to the Legends Sports Network. Stay tuned for second half action. Excuse me, I'll get it out in a second. Second half action here from El Paso Field. Well, let me see the board. Welcome back to El Paso Field as the Shamrock Irish and the Wheeler Mustangs here in Bedlam matchup in the Wheeler County rivalry. The Mustangs do lead here 46-0 here at the end of the first half. About 2.5 minutes left here in halftime. We highlighted some key players here for both teams. Some scenarios could transpire here that we weren't anticipating. The Irish getting that 4 seed, the Mustangs in the number 1 seed. Looking at playing Electra on Thursday next week in Childress. The Irish, depends on what happens here. If the score is right, Clarendon is ahead of Quanah right now at halftime, 28-6, and they had to win by 11. If they did that, that puts them at third and bumps Quanah down to fourth, and that would unfortunately knock the Irish out. So we're kind of actively trying to chase that down to see if that score is accurate.
Well, yeah, we'll just leave it as an unofficial score right now. And like you said, we got to check up on that. Very highly unanticipated on that score right now. So we'll continue to keep y'all updated.
And both teams about to take the field. The Mustangs back here on the field. Irish running through the helmet, taking the field right now. We're going to try to bring some different looks here for you. Try to get some sideline views here on our camera if you're tuning in on YouTube or Facebook. Have some different capabilities. Got to do that on our home field, and we're going to try to do that here for you here at El Paso Field if you're tuning in on Facebook or on YouTube. So be looking for some sideline, some camera angles to bring something a little different.
Yes, and a shout out to Mr. Shields for allowing us to film this
exactly
tonight.
Yeah, superintendent here at Shamrock, Kenneth Shields. Appreciate him allowing us to film. We have to have everybody, all parties per UIL, and just out of courtesy as well, but through everybody in our district. But we have to have everybody's approval in order to film. So appreciate Mr. Shields giving us permission here to film tonight here. This ball game, bring all our fans, Shamrock Irish fans and the Wheeler Mustang fans. So as we get set to kick this one off here, second half. Total leather, Jesus Lorera, high end over end kick can be fielded at the 10. Going to go to 15-20. Can be wrapped up by Joaquin Tentori to the 21. Return for Trent Baggett. Going to go for 12 yards as Irish will take over at their own 22. Irish retake the field here, 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line. Ball's to be placed at the left hash.
And Coach, looks like it's just outside of the 25 on the 26.
26, excuse me, you're right. And that's where they say it officially went down. Apologize there on the 16-yard return. As Irish come out and twins to the left. Moon takes a snap, going to hand it off, goes right up the middle, makes the bounce outside is Lopez. And brought down by a host of Mustangs. Be Daniel Hernandez in on the tackle. Bryce Heffley also in the tackle. Preston Hampton.
We'll see what the Fighting Irish offense gets going. They found their base and getting Franks involved on the initial drive when they're working their way downfield. We'll see what they do here.
Irish break the huddle and twins to the left, open right. Moon takes a snap, drops back, looks left, throws left. It's going to be almost a break on the play. It's going to go from Jackson Allen. Ball falls incomplete, going to out intended receiver to cross stand ball. And long pass there by Moon as he went to looking for his leading receiver. Going to bring up 3rd and 8. Third and 8, twins to the left, gun right, Moon. Facing 3-man front, takes a snap, drops back in the pocket, throws across the middle, it's caught by Franks. Be wrapped up by Aaron Barone. A host of other Mustangs. Going to be bring up 4th and 2, 4th and 3. Not enough quite to get to the chains.
Short of field, I wouldn't be surprised if they go for it here.
I know here Coach Skelton try to get something moving for his team here as they're going to keep the offense on the field. Novak with Moon. Watch quarterback draw 4th and 3. Moon's going to get the Mustangs to jump. Kyler Hibbler is going to jump off sides and make contact, and that'll move the chains here on an easy hard count. While the Irish gets the Mustangs to jump. I know I watch a lot of practice here for the Mustangs, and the coach is not going to be happy with that pre-snap penalty as Hibbler jumps off sides because they work that rep that hard every single day, giving hard counts and all sorts of stuff. And right there in that 4th and short, and know it's coming, and you did it anyways.
Moon is a little advanced for a sophomore quarterback. You know, his cadence seems pretty well, and able to get the Mustangs twice tonight on the hard count.
Moon's pass is complete. It's going to go to cross stand ball.
2nd down, Irish.
Going to be a 4-yard gain. Going to bring up 2nd and 6 at the Irish 42-yard line. Ball's placed at the left hash. As the Irish come out and trips to the left. Gun right. Moon. Takes a snap, drops back in the pocket, looks left, throws across the middle, it's caught. Going to be a pass to change. Should be enough for a first down, be right at the marker. As Max Lamar is going to come in, freshman, makes the tackle. Going to say short as cross stand ball comes back on the comeback route, catches, to bring up 3rd and 1. For the Irish here on the move as it goes right at 9 minutes left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Mustangs 46, Irish 0, trying to get on the board.
Yeah, Stanball does an excellent job working back towards the quarterback and then giving himself a target, able to get a pass completed here at 3rd and short.
Penalty here on the play. It's going to be a procedure against the Irish. Trying to get some adjustment here going and try to got my dad Mark Doris here on the camera. So I'm going to send him down to the field. I'm going to call both. Moon takes a snap, throws it deep. It's going to be caught and hard hit by Garrett Ashurst. Long pass is caught by Josh Whittington, and that'll move the chains into Mustang territory for the Irish. As they're going to get down to the Mustang 32, ball's placed at the left hash.
And that's what the Shamrock Irish really set up on their base offense. You know, short passes, short passes, short passes. And we'll dial one up a little further downfield as they cross into Mustang territory.
Great job of splitting the safety there. As I missed that play, I apologize. Trying to do too many things. As the Irish come out twin to the left, gun left. Mustang showing pressure. Moon takes a snap, drops back. It's got time. pump face, going to be wrapped up and hawked down and falls incomplete. Gio Lopez, intended receiver. And let's see, who was that? Nick Woolard had him wrapped up. Jace Moon just kind of slipped out of that tackle.
Mustangs with a ton of pressure in the backfield. Jace Moon was able just to work his way out of it and throw the ball away and not take a sack.
Twins to the right, Moon in the gun. Takes a snap, drops back in the pocket. It's got pressure. Rolls to his right. Can be great shoestring to catch there by a cross stand ball. Be a 1 yard gain. Steve reaches down to the turf to catch it.
Stand ball, talented receiver, but one of the things I'm most impressive with the young man is how he's able to work towards the quarterback when he's under duress.
Good job of holding, like you said, keeping everything out in front of him, diagnosing the defense. As Moon's facing 3rd and 9. Takes a snap, going to run a fast screen. Going to be a little razzle-dazzle for the Irish as they run the
hook and ladder
to the tackle.
Yeah.
And that's going to go to Kyle Ishii, and it's going to make a hard hit there by the Mustang defense.
That was the old hook and ladder to Billy Bob, their coach.
Right.
You know, and
little oop-de-oop. It's going to bring up 4th down off the hook and ladder. I like the call. Yeah, like the call there by the Irish. Ishii out there, big body. As the Irish here come out in twins to the right, gun right. Abraham Segala showing pressure off the outside. Moon wants to throw left, does. It's going to be going to have a flag on the play. Got tangled up by Jackson Allen out there on the tackle. Looks like they ran into each other, Whittington and Allen. Flag on the play.
Yeah, he saw a collision and didn't know if there was more inadvertent contact, but was able to draw the penalty and sets the Irish up for 1st down here in the Mustang red zone.
And that'll move the chains for the Irish after the infraction on the little quick pass on the play, on the jet. It's going to be hawked down by Kyler Hibbler. Second down, Irish from the 15-yard line.
Well, look for the tight end to get involved here with Franks. You know, this would be a good dropping zone for him as he's been pretty key inside about 10 to 5 yards.
Irish here, 2nd and 11 from the 17-yard line, left hash. Moon takes a snap, drops back in the pocket, got pressure, fumbles it, picks it back up himself, throws it, and there's nowhere to go with the football. Falls incomplete. As the head referee explains, I don't believe there was a did throw the flag, but it says there is no intentional grounding on the play.
Well, typically out of a fumble, it wouldn't be an intentional grounding anyways.
Right. Moon in the gun, twins to the right. as Coach Skelton changes the play at the line. Moon takes a snap, drops back in the pocket, throws it across the middle. It's got a man. It's going to be caught and is good. And let's see who caught that, as the Mustangs have a man down. It's going to be Whittington on the touchdown. Moon to Whittington is good. Mustangs have a man down.
A heavy collision. Looks like it's Garrett Ashurst.
Ashurst is the man down, and looks like he's able to get up. Not what you want to see here. Not getting anybody hurt, especially going into the playoffs. Not sure what Ashurst got. Maybe an ankle. Got kind of caught up in the trash across the middle. But the Moon to Whittington touchdown is good. Extra point here to follow for the Irish. 5:05 left to play in the third quarter. Another one. Snap back, hold down, kicks up. It is good. Flag on the play. Might be roughing the kicker. Dale Engel. Extra point is good. And with 5:05 left to play here in the third quarter, Wheeler Mustangs 46, Shamrock Irish 7. We'll be back with the Irish kick right after this. Welcome back to El Paso Field as the Shamrock Irish go on a 7-play, 17-yard pass from Moon to Whittington. Is good, and the extra point to follow by Dale Engel. And so with 5:05 left to play in the third quarter, Wheeler Mustangs 46, Shamrock Irish 7. Back deep to return for the Mustangs, Israel Andrade, Bryce Hill. Also Max Lamar. Pooch kick is going to be fielded by Joaquin Tintori. Mustangs will take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Ball's placed at the right hash. Dr. King went down to check on one of the Mustang players who was injured on the last play. Mustangs come out and twins to the left. Open right. Andrade at the quarterback. Takes the snap. It's going to go on between his legs. And that'll keep the clock moving here. 4:44 left to play in the third quarter. Andrade stays in at quarterback. Newkirk is out. Probably for the rest of the game, as they get set for the playoffs. Mustangs moving in a lot of different players. Chris Gallardo still in at running back. Bryce Hill, Abraham Segala, also Jackson Allen come out and trips a bunch to the left, gun right. Andrade takes a snap, hands it off to Gallardo off the left side, cuts it back up inside, moves the chains. Moves the down marker, after the bad snap's going to bring up 3rd and 7 for the Mustangs. Irish in a 4-man front, 3 linebackers. J.D. Franks off the right side, defensive end, showing pressure off the trips punch to the left for the Mustangs. Andrade takes a snap, hands it off to Gallardo off the left side. Bounces it out, lowers the shoulder, stiff arm, still on his feet. Gets behind Juan Carlos Del Rio. Be tackled by Michael Reyes for the Irish. Can bring up 4th and 5 for the Mustangs at their own 49-yard line. Ball's placed at the left hash. See if Coach Lawrence, offense coordinator for the Mustangs, wants to keep the offense on the field or if he'll go ahead and punt this one away with 3:26 as the clock stops as Gallardo got out of bounds. Looks like the Mustangs will stay on the field. They come out and trips to the right, gun right. Andrade takes a snap, going to hand it off to Gallardo up the middle. That's going to be Aaron Barone, and I don't know if it's going to be enough to move the chains. Depends on the spot. Looks like he's going to be short. He's going to be short by about a yard, and the Irish will take over at their own 46-yard line.
Turnover on downs, first down, Irish.
.253 and counting. Clock should stop as it's Irish football. Clock's still moving. The Mustangs lead here 46-7. Twins to the left, open right. Moon in the gun. Max Lamar and Israel Andrade, 2 high safeties over the top. Moon takes a snap. Going to hand it off and met in the backfield immediately. Michael Reyes on the carry. He's going to be loose, about 3 on the play. Abraham Segala, Bryce Heffley. Austin Hill checks into the game at nose for the Mustang defense. Daniel Hernandez checks in the game for Abraham Segala in at linebacker. Orlando Del Rio checks in the game at defensive end. Moon takes a snap, going to hand it off, and Joaquin Santori is going to make a tackle in the backfield. Michael Reyes on the carry. Going to be a loss of 1. It's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Irish at their own 42-yard line. Ball's placed at the right hash. 1:13 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. As the Irish come out and twins to the left, open right. 20 seconds left to play on the play clock. Under a minute here on the 3rd. Moon facing the 4-man front, takes a snap, looks right, wants to throw right, throws, and on the comeback, intended receiver is going to be Gio Lopez. Falls incomplete. Bryce Hill knocks that one away, brings up 4th and long for the Irish. So the Irish keep the offense on the field. Looks like they may punt this one away with cross stand ball to punt this one away. Back deep to return for the Mustangs, Bryce Hill and Israel Andrade. As the clock stops at 49 seconds left in the 3rd. Snap back to stand ball. Punts this one high. End over and kick. It's going to be hot as the Mustangs almost in the way of the football. And that's where they'll take over here at their own 36-yard line. Ball's placed at the right hash. 36 seconds left to play as the Mustangs took over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line. Mustangs moving from the north to the south, right to left as we watch them. Mustangs with a lot of substitutions here as they round out this third quarter. To come out in trips to the left. Andrade in at quarterback for the Mustangs. Joaquin Tintori in at running back. As the Irish in a 5-man front, bringing pressure. Andrade takes a snap, hands it off to Joaquin Tintori off the left side. It's got speed to the 40, running through traffic. Showing his speed, crosses the 50. "47-yard line, left hash, Mustangs on the move." And that'll do it at the end of 3. And at the end of the third quarter, Wheeler Mustangs 46, the Shamrock Irish 7. And that'll do it here at the end of the third. So stay tuned for fourth quarter action. As Mustangs on the move, looking at 1st and 10 at the Irish 47. This is the Legend Sports Network here at El Paso Field. Welcome back to El Paso Stadium as the Wheeler Mustangs on the move here at the start of the fourth quarter. They lead the Shamrock Irish 46-7. Lots of substitutions here. Israel Andrade still at the quarterback as the Mustangs come out and trips bunch to the right, gun left. Andrade takes a snap, hands it off to Tintori off the right side. It's got room. Here we go, hit to the 30, 20 at the foot race. 10, 5, touchdown. And just like that, Joaquin Tintori takes it 53 yards in for the touchdown. There's a flag on the play. They're going to call a hold. So that'll negate the touchdown. Joaquin Tintori disappointed with that call as he made a good run. Going to be negated off the Mustang hold. Dr. King's back after assessing an athlete. And I appreciate your doctoral services.
Well, I'd rather not be in the position to have to do something like this at the juncture of the game, but hopefully young man will be all right. And
got tangled up there.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate, this late in the game.
And with the holding penalty, it'll negate the touchdown for the Mustangs, and it'll move them back all the way back to the 50.
So, Mustang offense insert Hazen Doris at quarterback.
Freshman Hazen Doris in at the helm. Trips to the right, going to hand it off to Tintori. Going to go off the right side. Cuts it back up inside, spins. Logan Wilson on the tackle for the Irish. See if there's another flag. Looks like they may call holding again against the Mustangs. We'll see here. hold against the Mustang offense again here on the outside. And that'll move the Mustang offense back after 2 holding penalties in a row after Joaquin Tintori's great run. Start the clock here with 11 minutes left to play in the ball game. Mustangs 46, Irish 7. Freshman Hazen Doris in at quarterback. Joaquin Tintori in at the running back to the left. Mustangs in twins to the right, open left. Irish in the 4-man front. And maybe have some headlights on the field. Have to stop the clock as there's a car with headlights on. Hopefully they're listening to us here on 92.9 or 98.9. If you have your headlights on, in a white truck on the home sideline, please turn your headlights off and get back to action. It's getting cold out here, though, Mike. People are moving to the car.
Yep. It's seeking performer grounds right now, that's for sure.
And I think they're just gonna check it in, Mike, and they're just gonna not turn their headlights off. They're just gonna go home,
or just let us all stare at the truck for about the next 10 minutes,
and come back,
or run through the fence. So we'll have a lot going on here in the situation here. It's okay. Now we're backing out. Lights are still on.
And we're sure we'll get back to action here as the truck has left the stadium.
It's not quite.
And we're back to action.
There we go.
Mustangs twins to the right, open left. Irish in a 4-man front. Mustangs first and long. Takes a snap to Tintori. Tintori's going to get tackled immediately at the line of scrimmage. Making the tackle for the Irish, Raymond Saldivar. That's going to bring up 2nd and 20 for the Mustangs at their own 44. Ball's placed at the right hash. 10-12 and counting here. Mustangs come out and trips bunch to the left, gun right. Doris takes a snap, hands it off to Tintori off the left side this time. Running through traffic, and he's going to get bottled up. No gain on the play. Making the tackle for the Irish. It's going to be Logan Wilson. Mustang football this season brought to you by, and Irish football this season brought to you by Cross Country Barn, H&H Tire, the Wheeler Times, Wellington State Bank's Wheeler Branch, Hetfley Hardware, Feed and Appliance, the Studio Coffee Shop, Ware Chevrolet, Market Square Supermarkets, Shamrock Legacy Insurance, Highlands Pharmacy, Wheeler Vet Clinic, Capital Farm Credit, Marshall Auto, and Lee's Refrigeration. 16 seconds on the play clock. 9 minutes on the game clock. Mustangs lead here 46-7 over the Irish. Mustangs got to hurry before they get a delay of game. Doris takes a snap, hands it off to Tintori. Tintori up the middle. Be tackled by a host of Irish at the line of scrimmage. And they'll bring up 4th down for the Mustangs.
Carry by number 8. Tackled by number 65. Issue.
And Kawishi on a tackle for the Irish. See what the Mustangs elect to do here on 4th and long as they're at their own 47-yard line. Ball's placed in the middle of the field. Looks like they will maybe elect to punt this one away. Bryce Hill going to go back at the punt as punter. Back to return for the Irish. Josh Whittington and Yandel Fierro. Bryce Hill will punt this one away with 7:56 left to play in the ball game. Ty Taylor snaps this one back, and flag on the play. Looks like the Mustangs might get called for delay of game. lot of these guys, Mike, some JV guys. Shamrock's got some JV guys as well. Mustangs have some JV guys. They're not used to having the play clock really running in their face like that. And so
also
got to get some off your seat in the heat and get to work.
this
Get
late in the
moving
game
faster.
at midfield, it's if there's any good time to do take one, that would probably be it.
Ty Taylor's going to snap this one back to Hill. Going to field it. And high short kick as he had pressure. Low snap. Going to be an Irish bounce. Going to be fielded by Abraham Segala. It's going to go to the Irish 44-yard line. Officially, the 43 is where they're going to have it. And the Irish will take over there 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line. 7:25 left to play in the ball game. Mike will have to check on that score and make sure it was right there for the Clarendon over Quanah. Giving the Irish a little bit of a scare, unfortunately, if that score is right, 28-6 in favor of the Broncos. If that's the case, they only had to win by 11 to get themselves in the playoffs and would bump the Irish out. So we'll get that checked on real as soon as we can as Irish come out and trips to the right, open left, gun right. Moon takes a snap, going to run a fast screen out to the right, and it's going to be Bryce Hill on the tackle. On the reception, it's going to be Leighton Gilbert. Just nowhere to go for Gilbert as he's going to lose a couple on the fast screen out to the right as Bryce Hill did a good job of on pursuit there from the corner. Mustangs will take the number 1 seed and I believe should be playing Electra. There was a Electra Haskell. Wellington plays the winner of that game. The Mustangs play the loser of that game. As Moon takes a snap, runs again, fast screen. It's caught, sticks a foot in the ground. It's going to go to the 45 down the sideline. Speedster and Leighton Gilbert.
And Coach, and he
Going to go to the 49.
with the other game with the playoff implications being played at Iowa Park, correct? And then the next Electric game and Haskell game, which destination would that be?
So the Mustangs, looking if they play Electra, will play in Childress on Thursday. If they play Haskell, we'll play in Vernon on Thursday night. So if the Irish make it in, depending on the game between Clarendon and Quanah, then they'll be playing in Iowa Park against Windthorst. As the pitch and catch from Moon to J.D. Franks is complete, and that'll be enough for an Irish first down, and that'll go to the Irish 46-yard line. Ball's placed at the right hash with 5:40 left to play in this one. Mustangs 46, Irish 7. Mustangs using the clock here, not wanting to give the Mustangs the football back here if they can help it and try to score. As the Mustangs have only allowed 20 points all season long defensively until this game, and the Irish putting 7 on the board. So 27. Moon takes a snap, going to put the ball on the turf, and it's going to be scooped up as it was just kind of laid out there for a long time before Michael Reyes scoops it up for the Irish and loses a couple as the Mustang defense just swarms him, just nowhere to go. Kind of tried to run a little quick pitch pass forward, and just wasn't really ready for it. And it hits the turf, rolled around there for a little bit.
Yeah, and the ball pretty much sat on the middle field S for about a good 3 seconds. And then great job by the Fighting Irish able to recover and try to gain anything out of that play.
And the Irish facing 2nd and 13 from the Mustang 49-yard line. Ball's placed in the middle of the field. 4:25 left to play in this one as they come out and trips to the right, gun right, Moon. Jace takes a snap, going to hand it off this time, off the left side. Looking for a cutback. Finds a seam. Going to be wrapped up and tackled by who's in on that tackle there, Mike? Aaron Barone in on the tackle. Michael Reyes is the ball carrier for the Irish. Gains a couple. Another official said he was down. He cut it back, tricked me there a little bit. Looked like he gained a couple, but he got back to the original line of scrimmage. Going to bring up 3rd and 13 for the Irish. Under 4 minutes to play here at left in the ball game.
spot, third down, and expect the Irish to take a shot downfield and try to get one on the board here.
And really had a lot of success getting it to the big body and the junior of J.D. Franks at the tight end spot. So look at him run a little pop pass here from the tight end. As they do come out in the tray formation, twins to the right, stacked. Moon takes a snap, wants to throw left one-on-one, and it's going to be in and out of the hands, batted down by Kendrick Perales on the coverage. And Josh Whittington, the intended receiver, and falls incomplete, brings up fourth down for the Irish.
It's a good route downfield and an excellent throw, but just really great coverage downfield by the Mustangs, really staying with the receiver.
And with that incomplete pass, stops. Moon takes a snap, wants to throw right, does. High, falls incomplete. And intended receiver is Gio Lopez for the Irish. And the Mustangs will take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line. Looking for them to keep it on the ground here with 3:09 left to play as they do lead here 46-7 over the Irish here at El Paso Field tonight. Just try to keep everybody healthy as both teams looking at the playoff spots. Want to have fun, enjoy the bedlam, enjoy the rivalry, enjoy all those things. Everybody's, played football tonight, kept it clean. So we always like to see that.
And against you got friends amongst rivals.
Exactly.
These guys. Yeah. I mean, a lot of these guys grew up with each other, and like I said, it's not bitter, but it's definitely still it's a heated rivalry and a great tradition.
Twins to the right. Doris takes a snap, hands it off. Going to go to Juan Carlos Del Rio. Gains about a yard on the play. Gets to the 50.
Carry by number 23, Orlando Del Rio. Short gain, second down, Mustangs.
Going to bring up 2nd and 9 for the Mustangs. Ball's on the right hash. .240 left to play in the ball game. Looking again, we said the clock will stop here at the 2-minute timeout, but look for the Mustangs to keep it on the ground here. Max Lamar, Seyden Lopez in the ball game for the Mustangs. Kendrick Perales. Doris takes a snap, hands it up to Juan Carlos Del Rio, cuts it up the middle, still on his feet. Gains another 4 on the play. Going to bring up 3rd and 5 for the Mustangs at the Irish 46, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout where we'll stop. And at the 2-minute timeout, the Mustangs have a lot of their some different guys in there, different string guys. Got a mix of some varsity guys, a mix of some JV guys getting some reps. Always what you want to see here late in the season is their guys can be coming up. Also doing in the playoffs. Never know when those guys are going to have to step up and get more reps.
A lot of names you'll see at the beginning of next year, and you never know when their number is going to be called in the playoffs. It's one of those things that you want to have many reps behind you, and that's called experience. And like I said, if you can step in and have that just bit of experience, it goes a long way in any varsity game.
Irish in the same boat. Very young team there for the Irish. 2 leading stat keepers for Moon and for Stanbaugh, both sophomores for the Irish.
Mm-hmm.
So as the Mustangs come out of the 2-minute timeout here, 3rd and 5, trips to the right, gun right. Doris takes a snap, going to hand it off to Juan Carlos Del Rio up the middle. It's going to gain another 1. 2 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 4th and 3 for the Mustangs. J.D. Franks on the tackle for the Irish. Minute and a half left to play in the ball game. Holt Markham in on the ball game on the line. Braxton Hampton as 17 seconds on the play clock. Look for the Mustangs to keep it here on the ground here, 4th and 3 at the Irish 44-yard line. Torres takes the snap, going to hand it off to Juan Carlos, going to go off the right side, going to lower his shoulder, still fighting for yards, going to get the first down plus some. He's going to be pushed forward, and I think the Mustangs should be able to kneel it out now. As Creed Newkirk checks back into the ball game to with the rest of the seniors to kneel this one out in the victory formation as Mustangs go into the playoffs next Thursday.
Yeah, it's crazy it's gotten to this point. You know, it's
Went
they
fast.
say it always does, and it just gets faster every year. You know, and last year's Mustangs, they did the unfortunate draw of Munster, you know, and the buzzsaw that was Munster last year ended up winning state. But the Mustangs this year, they get the 1 seed, and that changes things a little bit.
Yeah, it does. It does for sure. We'll try to. I don't know if we'll be able to get in at the end of the broadcast. All of our stuff is tied up here with cameras and things like that, and back to the station. But not sure if we're able to get exactly the final there on the Clarendon and Quanah game before we have to close out here tonight at El Paso Field. But we do know if the Irish, if the Broncos could hold on, the Indians could hold on over the Clarendon Broncos, and the Irish are in for sure. So we'll see what happens as the Mustangs do take the number 1 seed here as they move their record to 9-1, and the Irish move to 2-6. Or excuse me, 2-8. Apologize. Yeah, and we'll see what happens there. Stay tuned for everything online to see where the Irish end up, and hopefully they get in the playoffs next Thursday.
You know, it's just all deals in that score, and hopefully it pulls their way, and Quanah's able to get some points on the board and make up for that deficit and get the Shamrock Irish into the playoffs.
And thanks for tuning in tonight for a dual broadcast here for the Shamrock Irish and the Wheeler Mustangs, as the Mustangs do move on to the playoffs next Thursday. Stay tuned for online everything social media for the Shamrock Irish to see where they end up here in the Texas High School Football Playoffs. So thanks for tuning in here at the end of Week 10. The Wheeler Mustangs win here on top of the Shamrock Irish. Thanks for tuning in to the Legend Sports Network. I'm Camden Doris here with Dr. Michael King for the Legend Sports Network at El Paso Field.